Welcome back, my Global Jamaicanomics Collective. This is Lady Elizabeth again, founder of Jamaicanomics Hub, and today we're going to continue in the series regarding Category 5 storms and the rebuilding of Jamaica and the global Caribbean. Now, Jamaica and Global Caribbean Collective, we're not poor at all. Did you know that? We are poorly organized, and that is more dangerous than poverty. I am Lady Elizabeth. I rebuild from nothing, and so can Jamaica and the global Caribbean. But sovereignty is not a dream, it's a discipline. Let's get right into the video, shall we? Let me explain something to you. Section 1. Yes, Section 1. The world is not waiting for Jamaica. The world loves Jamaica, but the world is not waiting for us. Countries like Singapore, Rwanda, Qatar, Barbados have already shifted. They didn't pray for change all the time. They walked into answered prayer. They organized change. Meanwhile, Jamaica, let me tell you what Jamaica is doing. Jamaica is exporting the genius. You see the amount of Jamaicans that cry when the new immigration thing changed without even understanding what's going on? Have you thought that maybe God is not allowing us? He's saying, you're stripping the nation I gave you of talent and abilities that you possibly could find a new way to do it? So we're exporting our genius and we're importing poverty. Let me tell you how we're importing poverty through the beach tourism system. Because what they're doing now, they're taking away all the beaches where Jamaicans can go on. Isn't that true? Am I lying? I'm not saying that people shouldn't own private beaches. Of course they can. I would love to own one of these days. I don't know if I can afford it, but I'd love to. But isn't that destroying livelihoods though? The fishermen. We could go on and on and on. And let me tell you something. 80%, my people, of the money that's made from beach tourism leaves Jamaica. 80%. You know where it goes? Back to England, back to the United States of America, right in the hands of the colonizers' grandchildren. While you squabble for peanuts. We are importing poverty. We're importing chicken. Why are we importing American chicken? For years now. I'm not. You see, when I get back to Jamaica, I'm just gonna tell you one thing, because I'm coming back to Jamaica. You see, when I get back there, my own farm with my own damn chicken. If we have, let me say something to you, and I have to get off the rant here. If we have 20 farmers per parish, and every single one of those farmers open up a chicken farm, the entire westernized chicken industry to Jamaica would crash. You see, you don't have enough discipline. You don't have enough discipline, and you don't have enough guts anymore, like a Sam Sharp. We can do it. We can disrupt it. I'm not saying that the entire, maybe I exaggerated a little bit, but I'm not saying that the entire Caribbean, the entire Jamaican economy or the American economy would crash, because it wouldn't. But I'm going to tell you something. The local farmers would make so much money if we can just focus on recalibrating ourselves. You know another thing that we do? We outsource our destiny to the highest bidder, and this must end. You know the amount of talent Jamaicans take to Panama, the United States, England, Jamaicans go everywhere and they build other people's country. And they love it. They love our personality. They love our food. They love the way we talk. They love the reggae music. Tang, tang, tang. They love it. What do you think that is? Exporting our genius. It's time to rope that in and come back again. What if you give the Western eyes 40% of your genius and start giving Jamaica 60%? Do you know where Jamaica could be in the next 2 to 5 years? You already gave America a lot of it. And I'm not suggesting that you stop like that because America has given a lot to the world. But why can't you give 60% of your genius back to Jamaica? Do you know what would happen if we did that? Doctors come back and say, I'm going to sacrifice for 1 month because I love my country. And I'm going to give health care to anybody that walk into my office. Teachers come back and they walk into the classrooms, you women, you older women like myself, and you begin to mentor girls because there's a brain drain, right? You begin to mentor girls. Do you realize the impact of that as to what would truly happen? How about all these nurses, right, that have actually left Jamaica? They've left Jamaica, what, for years now. And let me say something to you. Sit back a minute. They're one of the best set of nurses in the entire world. Jamaican nurses are so thorough. I remember going to when I had the accident, right? And I went to the hospital that's about 10-15 minutes away from me. And the first person that met me there was a Jamaican nurse. And I was so happy. You know why? Let me tell you why. She was so thorough. Oh my gosh, she crossed her eyes, she crossed her T's and dot her eyes. She was thorough, besides she was from Jamaica. And I felt so good because I know we do things well. But her genius has been given to America, and Jamaica is suffering. And of course, there's several different pieces of the puzzle that would need to come together, of course, to get us in the right direction, because we have to have our leaders. We have to demand more of our leaders. And we're going to get more into that kind of content later on. All right. Let's tell you what Jamaica's real problem is. Section 2. We have brilliance. We have creativity. We have talent. We have charisma. We have global influence. But we lack structure, discipline, systems, consistency, and emotional regulation. No nation can be sovereign without these 4 things. Let me go it over again. Creativity, brilliance, talent, and charisma. You need that for a successful nation to become sovereign. Section 3. Here are the 5 keys to Jamaican and by default the global Caribbean nation sovereignty. Number 1, our people need more emotional maturity and start reacting. That's huge. Nobody gonna do business with you when you get angry and crazy and you go into the Jamaican store and and they're asking you to replace food or something, or this don't taste right. And instead of you saying, oh, I'm very sorry. I apologize. I didn't know that was it. No problem at all. I'm more than willing to replace your food. I'm more than willing to replace beef patty that seemed to be burnt and dried out. Do you know what that person would do? They would go in, and number 1, they would spend more money. Number 2, they would call and say, come. Jamaican store, they know how to do business. They know how to do excellence in customer service. I'm telling you. That's emotional maturity. Skill development. We addressed that in the previous video. AI and all the different skills and language that we can know. Number 3, diaspora return to help to volunteer and reintegrate into the Jamaican and the global Caribbean societies. Micro business creation. I'm not calling you to build multi-million dollar business, but some of you can if you choose to. The sky's the limit. I'm calling it a micro business that can take care of you, your family, and the people around you. Extra. National self-respect and cultural pride. You go abroad and you run for Jamaica, right? But let me tell you something. I'm going to share something with you that just came to me. It came to me before, but it came back again. All the people that represent Jamaica, like Usain Bolt, right? Usain Bolt is a brand. You don't see Usain Bolt working for nobody. Usain Bolt have a skill, and that skill is running. You have Jamaicans with skills, singing skills. When was the last time anybody in Jamaica produced the quality of music that Marcia Griffiths, Bob Marley, Beres Hammond, and so many more eloquent, Shaggy? When was the last time music is produced like quality music like that? I'm telling you, the talents are sitting in our school systems under the colonized. The poor kids are being colonized too, because you still colonize and you refuse to uncolonize your pit to them mind, and they're tired of it. That's why the youth never fight. That's why let me break out in a patois. That's why the youth never fight, and that's why they might get in a trouble. Because a pure colonizer education, English language, and mathematics and writing, excellent. But history, you can go. Let me tell you something. You can go on AI. AI will tell you any history you want today. You don't need a history teacher in a school right now. You don't need that. AI can teach you everything you need to know about history anywhere in the world. If I sit here right now and I want to go see what's happening in China, I Google it. I go on AI, say, AI, tell me what's going on in China yesterday. And it said, and AI will say, how much you want to know? And I said, tell me what's going on with divorce. Tell me what's going on with the children. Tell me, I'm telling you. We need to go beyond that, man. Skills pay the bills. Micro business creation. We call it niching. We're going to talk a little bit more about niching down. Instead of farmer planting 5,000 different crops, specialize. What if you have, let me give you a good example. What if Jamaica has 100 farmers that specialize? Let's just start with there. 100 farmers in all the parishes, right? And in each parish, this one specializes on, say, let's just say sweet peppers alone, that we use a lot in our cooking of saltfish and so many different vegetables. And then somebody specializes in cabbage and carrots. And then somebody else specializes in onion and scallion. You need to wrap your mind around this. This is happening in America. This is why people are getting so wealthy. And I'm sorry I didn't know about these things before, but now I know. How about somebody that's come and specialize in beetroot? Because see what happened? The hotels in Jamaica are global, and they know what's taking place abroad. So they're going to say, all right, then, Miss Susie, we are going to depend on you strictly for Scotch bonnet pepper, because that's what you specialize in. They know year in the year out. And I'm not saying Miss Susie alone should do Scotch bonnet pepper. I'm just saying that when you niche down, you make more money. And then we can pull back some American dollars out of the hotel system and let the hotel pay Jamaicans in the right way, instead of you trying to figure out 5,000 different things. How about soup? You go to one store, you should only have a store selling just soups. Cow foot soup, goat head soup, chicken soup, beef soup, and that's all they sell. Then you go to somebody else sell curry chicken, jerk chicken, brown stew chicken, and that's all they sell. You have somebody else that sell, I'm not a major pork eater, but I'm not against pork either. But I'm just saying, niching, skills pay the bills, and those are skills. When you can make some jerk sauce and make it good and put it in there, people love it. Those are skills. Niche down skills. All right then, my Jamaicanomics people. If you on begin by now, you should understand. This is the third or fourth video, right? By now, you should understand what Jamaica Economics Hub is all about. By now, you should know and where we're going. I want to help you restore your vision, rebuild your mindset, re-educate you for clarity, direction, growth, forward growth. So what I did, I created what is called a Jamaica Economics Reader's Guide. It's a very simple guide. It's not complicated because simplicity. I find out that when I focus on too many things, it don't work. Simplicity. And I'm not going to guarantee that it's going to change everything, but you have to begin from somewhere. A journey of 1,000,000 miles begins with what? One single step. So here's what I'm going to invite you to do. Pre-order it. Click the link in the bio. It's $27. And with it, you're going to get 2 quick start guides. You're going to get one for clarity and direction. The other one is mindset, because mindset is literally destroying Jamaica and the global Caribbean. Your mindset, a lot of your mindset is wrong. And some of you, it may not necessarily be wrong, but you need more information and you need to do deeper research and discipline yourself. That is going to help you a little to do that. Because as of February 6th, it's going to go up. Now, also, too, I have created a Facebook page. And I want you to go ahead. The link is in the bio. Subscribe to it. It's free. It's for encouragement, mindset growth, and thought-provoking conversation. And that is also going to help you to think out of the box and to rebuild from the inside out. Finally, we need to begin to rebuild Jamaica and the Caribbean from the ground up, from the inside out, not from the top down. Because once you do that, you will be established permanently. And your generations will be happy. Just imagine Jamaica 5 to 10 years from now, when I'm 74 years old. I can look back and say I did contribute something to Jamaica, even with my teeth, my category 5 teeth in my mouth. Because guess what happened? In another year or two, my teeth is never going to look like this. My Jamaican people, thank you so much. My Jamaican Nomics Collective, thank you so much for allowing me to share. I appreciate you. If any part of this video resonates with you, anything is igniting and saying, "Oh, happiness, time for a change, and it begins with me." I want to give you this message, and this is by Michael Jackson, now deceased, because he was a genius. He said, if you want to make a change, take a look at yourself. Where do you need to look? In the mirror. And make the change. The change begins with you. Remember, the journey of 1,000,000 miles, whoever this quote belongs to, I give them credit, begins with one step. If you continue with me for the next 12 months, I guarantee you, you're not going to be the same. I took that journey and I'm not the same. Thank you so much for allowing me to share. Please subscribe to the video and share it with another global Caribbean brother or sister. Let's work on this together. Let's help rebuild our nations. Make it into a nation that we can live, work, and retire. A nation that has phenomenal health care. We can do it. God bless you. And thank you so much for allowing me to share. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.